Hey, book lovers, I'm Candace.
And I'm Chrissy. And you've just stumbled into your new favorite book club, Bookalicious Pod.
We're two sisters reading our way through fantasy, fiction, thrillers, and the occasional "what did we just read" moments.
Every week, we break down books chapter by chapter
with deep dives, hot takes, and detours into sisterly side convos.
Think a cozy book club mixed with a FaceTime call, sprinkled with a little chaos.
We don't hold back on the characters we love or the ones we love to hate.
We play games like Read It Like Reddit, Red Flag or Deal Breaker, and have Spotify polls for you to guess along with our plot theories.
If you've got a TBR pile a mile high, including ACOTAR or Frida McFadden,
or just want to feel like you're hanging with your bookish besties, hit play. This is Bookalicious Pod. Okay, we are here with part 2.
Part 2. Chrissy and I are working ourselves to the bone for no money.
I know.
Hopefully for a 5-star review and a poll.
Don't worry, we're not desperate.
We're not desperate. No, we don't want those 5 stars, but we do. But we are working ourselves to the bone because we need to get a 3-month stockpile.
That is pretty long. Yeah, you said 12 episodes. I didn't put that together. That's 3 months.
That's 3 months. That's
Sounds
why
different.
I know, right?
But we're doing pretty good. We're potentially doing 3 this week. So if we keep that up that rate, it's pretty good.
But one of the things that we have to do is we really have to streamline. We are on a 1-hour countdown as we speak.
Probably our listeners happy? I feel like some of them might be, or maybe not. I don't know.
You know what? If you want the episodes to be 1 hour, write in. Let us know.
I know. Tell us.
Yeah, that would save us a lot of time.
I would keep rambling for an extra 45 minutes, but
well,
I like our long episodes.
I like them too. I was listening to ACOTAR and I was laughing.
So good.
That was so funny. You had a lot of really good one-liners there. You were like making
me
laugh.
I did?
Yeah.
The first one or the second one?
The last episode.
But of like the first book?
Of the second. Okay. ACOTAR, book 2, episode 3, Bookalicious Pod.
Yes.
At gmail.com. Email us. Okay. You were making me laugh.
Oh, that whole series is so funny.
It is so funny.
First book and second book. Housemaid Secret. That's a great pick-me-up. Part 2.
Oh my God.
It's my favorite. Brockbot. Hilarious.
Brockbot, the origin of, spoiler alert, Killie Millie.
Oh, but I think this, is The Perfect Divorce reminding you of Housemaid?
Yes. It's very Housemaid coded.
Yes. I think Killie Millie's dojo is here. I think Enzo is here.
Alejandro might be one of Enzo's minions.
I'd believe it.
I would
They're
too.
kind of in similar areas, or DC, New York.
Yeah.
Pretty close.
That's close enough to have a satellite office.
Yeah.
For Killie Millie Morgan Company.
Enterprise. Yeah. Millie Morgan and murder.
Oh my God. Okay, well, we don't have time for that because we have 6 pages of notes to get through and we only have 56 minutes left.
Oh my gosh. Okay, we gotta go.
All right. So we broke it
Welcome
up by...
to Bookalicious.
Oh, yes.
I think we're still doing this. Now we have 2 intros. Welcome to Bookalicious, a podcast where 2 sisters chat about books we're reading. I'm Chrissy.
And I'm Candace.
And like we just said, we are on the move to finish A Perfect Divorce by Jeneva Rose. We got 6 pages of notes.
6 pages of notes for like 6 pages of book.
I know. 1-to-1 ratio. This is how our podcasts are longer than the audiobooks.
I know, I know. Okay, so we're going to go all the way through chapter 35 up until chapter 36.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
Sounds good.
I think how we'll go is I'll just kind of read through Hudson and then you can kind of read through Bob and then we'll see who we have left, maybe a little bit of Sarah and then we'll fill in as we go.
I think that sounds good.
Okay. All right. So we pick up with Hudson and we get some backstory on Pam. She started at the station 5 years ago and she moved from Florida to the burbs in DC, which I thought was strange. That feels like a fake identity.
I think there's a lot more to Pam, aka Olson,
Yeah.
Sheriff Olson. She seems too on top of things. I think she's connected maybe to the Summers case somehow. I don't know.
I'm thinking the same exact thing. And actually, not to derail, but I listened to the last episode, Akatar Book 2, Episode 3, and we read the summary of A Perfect Marriage. And you
Uh-huh.
know what I said?
What'd you say?
No time for you to guess. I said
Is that too long?
I said I read the summary and they said Kelly Summers was dead. And I said that sounds like a fake person name.
You knew it. With
I
Geneva Rose, we're on to her.
we're I got your number. We're watching the same Law and Order SVU.
I know. Kelly Summers does sound fake. Honestly, a lot of these names could be fake.
Yeah, Pam Olson. Yeah, she sounds fake. She definitely, I feel like, is involved. She seems suspicious. Okay,
Hmm.
so we learned that about Pam. Pam and Hudson, Pam and Hud, they are having work drinks in a cop-infested dive bar. Hud reveals that he has a dark passenger that feeds on his bottled up emotions. Pam has helped Hud learn how to say his feelings to keep that dark passenger at bay.
Oh, what a poetic way to say all that.
Well, dear listener, please know I am watching Dexter right now. And his serial killer alter ego is the dark passenger.
Oh my gosh. I did not catch
So,
that.
yeah, I'm like, doo 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 doo. Okay. All right. The couple discuss how suspicious Bob is for blurting about Summers, Kelly Summers, when he was actually called into the station for Stacy. So we had talked about that before last time with Bob being like, oopsie poopsie. I said too much.
Right. He did say too much. I don't think that's that weird though.
I,
I think that
I,
seems reasonable.
Pam is pointing the fingers at people where I'm like, that's actually not suspicious at all.
But it's suspicious that you realize that it's suspicious.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm suspicious of you now, Pam.
I know. That's why some red flags for Pam.
Yes. Geneva Rose really likes The Office.
Pam, who else? Is there a Michael? There's
No.
a Scott, but that was after that guy who wrote her the mean letter.
Yeah. Hmm.
Hmm.
Okay.
Maybe Pam's
Eh,
actually going to be the hero.
I don't think so. I think this Pam Beasley Olsen, she's on my list.
Mm.
Okay. So HUD does some revisionist history as he continues to tie up loose ends from book one. He asks, did Stevens leave the door open so Adam would run out when he was in police custody? Hmm. Why did Stevens not secure a receipt or video evidence of Sarah's alibi? Stevens didn't even ask which restaurant they went to.
This was such sloppy work over there. Even we caught on to it. What about all the other guys? I don't
I
know.
know. Literally, he's like, I thought it was so weird that Stevens like didn't ask any of these questions and like let all of these things happen. Not to even ask for like what the restaurant was. That would just be like, where were you? Oh, I was at Kmart doing XYZ. And he says, okay, check.
Yeah. Yeah. Stevens dropped lots of balls.
Yeah. So Hudson is starting to paint that the reason why book one felt so sloppy is actually because it was intentional, and Stevens is the cause of this.
You're right. He didn't want people to find out about his affair.
That's what Hudson's saying. I feel like
Mm-hmm.
Jeneva killed him as the sacrificial lamb to tie up all these loose
All
ends.
of her loose ends.
All of her loose ends.
She said, shoot. That wasn't a very believable story.
Yeah, she's like, how can I go back in time? So it's really, you have to read these in succession. It's really just one book, part one, part
That's
two.
honestly true.
Yeah. Okay. So we find out that Pam supports women as she clears Sarah from the Summer case when she says, Kelly was stabbed 37 times. I find it hard to believe that a woman could do that to another woman.
I
Therefore,
thought
off the list.
I thought Hudson said that. Gotta do some digging. Oh, was that your cup again?
That's my cup again.
Oh my
This one has a
God.
lid.
That's good.
So I don't have to redo my whole office. Okay, we need to investigate, but I'm pretty sure it was Pam who said that.
Oh, I found the line.
Okay.
Okay. Um, okay, found the line. She asked about the murder weapon. He said it was never found. That's convenient, Pam says. Do you really think Sarah could have set Adam up for the murder of his mistress? And then Hudson says, she represented him in court. It'd be quite the play. But Kelly was stabbed 37 times, so I find it hard to believe that a woman could do that to another woman. And then
Wow.
Pam says, I have learned that anyone is capable of anything if they think they're doing it for the right reasons.
Oh, shoot. Okay,
Pam's on
so
to all of them.
okay. So Hudson, he crosses Kelly off because he
Mm,
thinks a woman couldn't do it. And Pam's like, you dumb dumb.
I know. He crosses Sarah off. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So Hudson brings Anne in for questioning. So this is like the next day. Now they're kind of going back through all of their suspect lists. And we had conflicting notes on this because Pam, I noted that Pam said that Anne could barely remember her testimony from 12 years ago and suggest that it
Mm,
might be because Anne was lying about the whole thing. And you said the opposite.
you're right. I did. I was going from memory.
Okay.
So that was what my memory was. But I don't, because in my memory, I thought her answers were too put together. Like it was the exact same as what she had said 12 years ago. And they were like, seems like a story.
Yeah. So they were okay. So I think we got the same end result, but I'm pretty sure Anne was like, what did I say before? Well, I know Sarah said that,
Oh,
but I think she was kind of doing like the same kind of move of like, yeah, I guess so. It was 12 years ago. Who knows? Which I mean, fair.
yeah. The police don't even have record of what bar they went to.
Pfft.
How are they supposed to remember?
Okay. So, regardless, Pam is suspicious of Anne, and she implies that Anne might be lying about this whole story.
Mm-hmm. Pam's on to everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Okay.
was like, is she the secret lawyer that Sarah got axed? She fled to Florida and now she's coming back.
Oh, Pam?
Has she
I don't
seen
think
Pam?
so. Could she be related to Kelly Summers
I was wondering that.
distantly?
I don't know. But
Pam?
she's suspicious.
Yeah. Is she one of Eleanor's friends? Could she be related to Adam?
She could at this point, but she'd probably have
I
to be
don't
like a
know.
cousin or something.
Right, like distantly related.
Yeah, I don't know why Adam seemed like a total hellish person, so I can't imagine that his distant cousin would be so compelled to,
Yeah, I don't know. Or friends with Anne. Anne Skeeman. She recruited
I
her friend.
yeah, Pam is actually Jamie and is married to Anne.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah, Anne was like, I see the corruption in the law offices. I also see the corruption in the police offices. You got to go over there, whip them into shape.
Yep.
I'll kill everyone over here to take care of them.
Yep. Rot the beast from the inside. A dual pronged attack.
I could see it.
All right. So HUD casually mentions, I was like, this is insane, that he always thought Kelly Summer's husband, Scott, was guilty of, quote, something, but not Kelly's murder.
I don't even remember that. I think Scott's gonna come back too.
I
He
think
could.
Scott
Mhm.
killed Stevens.
Oh, I could see that.
I think he tried to kill him the first time, and then he was like, dag nabbit. I have to do it again.
Could be. Do you think he kidnapped the ladies?
No, I think that's Anne. I think Stevens, I think it's like two separate people, and it just happens to all be coalescing at the same time.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
We had that theory in The Perfect Marriage that the
Uh,
roofing and the murder were actually separate events. There was multiple
oh.
people who wanted them dead, and they all attempted on the same night.
Well, it
Could
was a
be.
good theory,
It was.
and maybe it's
Okay.
going to come back.
Maybe.
Okay.
Could be.
So Sarah has pulled some strings and has the case reopened in lightning speed. And this is when Hudson's day just starts going from bad to worse to
Poor
worse.
Hudson.
So Hudson starts digging into the case, and we find out that Jesse Hook OD'd 3 years ago. Adam is dead because the state killed him. Scott is nowhere to be found.
I don't know how they don't know where Scott is.
They don't even know the restaurant, Chrissy.
That's true.
This is like classic small town country cop not knowing nothing.
No, what he didn't have friends in the police department though, who checked up on him after his wife was brutally murdered. I mean, I don't know.
Hudson thought that Scott was guilty of, quote, something.
That's true. Maybe not Hudson.
I,
Maybe another friend. I don't know. But yeah, so they have their like 8-person suspect list that they can re-interview, but everyone's dead.
half of
Except
them
for
are
Anne
dead
and
or missing.
Sarah and
Yeah,
Bob.
and Bob, the
Bob.
killers. Yeah, okay. So what do you think about Jesse Hook? Do you think he just died by natural causes? Or not natural, but do you think he like actually OD'd?
Or was it Sarah or someone else
Sarah.
behind it? Um, I would kind of be surprised if Sarah killed Jesse, but not Stevens 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Stevens is a bigger loose end.
Yeah.
So, unless she knew something about Jesse. Because I always thought that Jesse had some dirt on Stevens.
Yes, you did say that.
But maybe Anne knows. Maybe she'll tell us all about that.
I think what's so hard about this book is that everyone has such low morality. I'm like, Stevens could have killed Jesse if he had something
Right?
on him. You know what I'm saying?
Anyone's capable of murder here.
That's, yeah, exactly. Everybody's horrible. So it's like, it could be anyone.
Hmm. Yep. Wow. Last
Hmm.
book, we were like, who would murder Kelly by stabbing her 37 times? And there was no one we could point to. But now we know
Now we know.
it could be anyone.
Could be anyone. Okay. So Pam and HUD aren't sure. So they're not sure if Sarah reopened the case fast as lightning because she's innocent or because she's guilty and trying to act innocent.
Hard to tell.
Hard to tell. They get a call that Stacy's vehicle is found on, I thought this was kind of ironic, Lawson Road.
Oh, I didn't catch that.
Well, I
Wow.
don't know if it was for anything, but okay. So there's dried blood on the wheel, which we later find out is Stacy's blood. We learned Stacy is an orphan with her mom dead and her deadbeat dad who ran out on her. This is a very common story Now we have
You're
Alejandro that we
right.
find out about, Sarah, and Stacy.
You're right. The only parent
I'm
we know
like,
is Eleanor, who's the worst.
yeah. And it's this deadbeat dad. I'm like, do they all have the same deadbeat dad? And he's just
Oh my
running,
gosh.
he's just abandoning to go to the next family.
Maybe. Loki sounds like Sarah. She keeps putting all of her husbands in jail or murdering them. So I don't
Okay.
know.
Yeah. I mean, maybe it's the dad who's been killing all the moms. Well,
Maybe.
Sarah killed her mom.
Yes.
That's true. We
Crazy.
forgot about that. Okay. Stacy's phone is found in the vehicle. It's dead when they find it, but they power it up. They unlock her phone and they reveal that Stacy messaged her roommate Dina 5 p.m. on Monday. The police confirmed that Stacy has a history of blackmailing men after sleeping with them. We found that out last time from Bob's background check. Stacy's last known location of her phone was near the apartment.
Hmm. So this was the lady that Bob had a one night stand with.
Yes.
Okay. Yep.
All right. Hudson's bad day continues to get worse as Stevens is murdered in the hospital.
Oh my gosh.
He had someone murdered him Joker style, snuck in like a Party City doctor costume, had a scalpel, and sliced his neck open.
Yeah.
Okay, so the murderer that they have on footage is a tall white male, 6 feet to 6.5 feet tall, dressed as a doctor, and he had a face mask on the entire time he was in the hospital.
That doesn't sound too crazy.
I was wondering, I was going to ask you as medical adjacent, does that seem,
I mean, I don't really know, but it seems like I feel like a lot of people would wear like a mask. Even if
yeah,
you're kind of sick, you might wear a mask.
yeah,
You might even wear like the surgeon's like hairnet kind of thing.
yeah,
Because yeah, it just says he was walking around, but it was also like 2 in the morning or something. So there weren't a lot of people around either. But it
right.
didn't see yeah, that seemed like a good disguise.
That does, that does. It was actually the Joker Party City outfit.
I know.
Do you remember that scene where he's dressed up as a nurse and he's so clearly not a nurse?
No, I
Oh my
don't.
God. Okay,
I'll look
I'll
it
have
up.
to, yeah, you have to look it up. We don't have time. Um, okay, so he entered and exited through the building with a stolen nurse's badge.
This is a terrible image. The Joker dressed as a nurse. I do not like that.
I know. It was a horrible scene. I remember watching it. You're like, oh my God. Okay. Where are we? Okay. So the murderer waited until the police officer on duty had to take a duty for 30 minutes.
So crazy. Got in trouble.
Once again, we're brought to a place of poo. I was like, how many books will bring us here?
Which other one?
Press.
Akatar? Tress.
There was the whole pooper parable story.
Oh, yeah. I forgot. But honestly, the guy on duty is like, it's the coffee and the vending machine snacks. They get to me sometimes. I was like, we've all been there.
I thought 30 minutes was not that egregious. I feel like an hour is like, that's when we're hitting. What? That's crazy. Okay. Who do you think the doctor killer is?
Okay. So Dr. Killer was very precise in their cutting. It was like
Yep.
exactly an inch all the way around, and then they walked totally nonchalantly out into the rest of the hospital until they like walked out later. Sounds like it could be Sarah because she's very meticulous like that. Could also be Anne because Anne is just like Sarah. Um, who would want to kill Stevens? So it could be Scott. I think that does make sense.
The
But I
only
don't think
thing that
Scott would be so careful like that.
I don't think Scott would be careful like that either, but Sarah and Anne are not that tall. Did they have stilts on?
I don't know. I know, right? They would kind of need to have like a disguise, like a
Because
really in-depth.
Sarah's described as very short.
I don't know about very short.
Like
But
five
she's
five.
definitely
I'm
not
saying
six.
like five
Yeah,
five. Like she wouldn't be like a 5'10" girly that you're like, oh, maybe
I
6 feet tall
know.
from this angle.
But can they really even tell from the video?
Maybe in relation to like the counter
Yeah,
height.
they probably can't. Okay, so probably it is 6 feet tall. Otherwise, well, okay, back to who would want to kill. Bob? Would Bob want to kill Stevens? I don't think so.
I think Bob is he's in over his
Bob,
head right now. He's not trying to
yes.
complicate this.
So I'm already accused of two fake crimes. I
Yeah,
can't
he's
add a
like,
real
I
one.
can't. Yeah.
Yeah, it can't be Bob. What other guys do we know? It could
The
be a
only
tall
other one
woman.
that I could think of
Jamie?
was Alejandro.
Alejandro. Oh, well, that's one of my theories.
Oh,
Killie Millie's
tell.
dojo. That this whole reformer nonprofit is just a front
Oh.
for Sarah to get all of her minions who'll carry out her dirty work for her. hmm
Oh.
But I don't actually think that would happen because Sarah doesn't trust anybody. So I don't think she would trust someone to carry this out. But maybe Anne would. So maybe Anne employed one of the reformers and said, "Hey,
What
here's the
would
plan."
Anne's angle be to get
I
rid of
know.
Stevens?
Um, I think Anne knows that Sarah killed Adam or killed
I,
Kelly.
I think so too.
So how would killing Stevens help her like um what's it called? Reveal that
Convict,
Sarah,
reveal.
yeah,
Yeah.
convict that Sarah was the one. Um, I don't know.
That's why I feel like it's Scott and he's just PO'd about this whole thing. And he wasn't even going to show back up, but then he hears the news and then he flies down the road in probably his monster truck and then he goes in and then he strangles Stevens and then he doesn't die and now he's like, "Oh my God." And then he sneaks in and then he kills him again. But you're right, the scalpel thing does not feel
Yeah, I
right.
just don't know if that fits. Okay. Well, maybe because Anne was worried that Stevens would get found guilty. And so I don't know though this
Oh,
would help Sarah be found guilty.
that makes Stevens look more guilty, I feel like.
Well, he's not the one who killed himself.
Oh, I guess that's right, because he got murdered.
Right. So,
Could it be Hudson?
why would it be Hudson?
He
Oh,
has a
just so that
crazy
now.
dark passenger,
Yeah,
and he's
that's
just like,
true.
ugh.
Oh, that's possible. And he was like, this is too much. It would actually be easier if
Mm-hmm.
he just died. Yeah, that's possible. That means we have two very unreliable narrators.
I know. We're just getting lied to every single page.
Olson? She's
I
very
was
short
thinking
too.
Pam Olson, but yeah, I think that's what makes it difficult to try to pin it on any of these ladies.
Yeah.
But they could have had stilts in their shoes. Count Olaf style.
That'd be so funny if they point that on the video. They're like, they seem to be walking.
Look at their boots
Like,
shuffling.
yeah. Why are they like so thin?
Okay, you have to pick. I'm picking Scott. Who do you pick?
One of the reformers has been hired out by one of the ladies.
Okay, so Alejandro or one of his kind.
hmm
And who employed him?
Oh, maybe Sarah, but I feel like Sarah's too obvious. That's why I think it's Anne.
I'm thinking Anne between the two of them
But did
because
we figure out the motive?
we find out later that the cocktail waitress
Mm-hmm.
Stacy
Stacy.
was employed as a well, she was employed as a cocktail waitress at one of the Morgan Foundation places.
Mm-hmm.
And at first I was like, Sarah would never be sloppy like that to put her on payroll. And then
Right.
I was like, Anne would be sloppy to do it like that. But then I was like, what if Anne was not actually being sloppy at all?
She wanted them to find the connection.
Hmm.
I think so. I think though Sarah also knew about Stacy's past because Bob storms up to her during a swim meet, which is crazy.
Oh my
And
God.
he's like, "I'm getting framed for Stacy disappearing and I know you're behind it." And she said, "This is crazy. You don't know anything about her." Or like, "Do you know anything about her?" And he said, "No, I don't." She said, "Then this is all circumstantial, blah 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 blah." But then that made Bob look into Stacy and get a background check and find out her background. So I feel like Sarah did know about Stacy's background.
Is it possible that Sarah did the background check after the fact?
It's possible. I still
But
like the
you're,
idea that Anne is behind everything, but that
yeah,
line made me think that Stacy or that Sarah did know about Stacy.
because that's basically the same thing that Sarah said to Adam about
Right.
Rebecca.
Yes, the journalist.
Yes. So
I
that
know.
was giving me those vibes too, where I'm like, okay, you
Mm-hmm.
actually only have one playbook.
Mm-hmm. Could be.
Okay. Hudson throws out a really crazy statistic that back in the 80s, the police were able to solve 71% of crimes, but now they can only prove 50% of crimes. And he's like dismayed about it. He does not draw the connection that Adam was both imprisoned and killed, and they're still not sure if he was the correct guy. And he's like, how can we have all this technology and not get more convictions? And how I would read that statistic is that you were probably incarcerating an additional 20% of people that you weren't
Oh,
sure about.
good point. Excellent economic skills right there.
Yeah, that sounds like you were kind of overdoing it if you had worse technology and getting, quote, better results.
Good point.
Okay. HUD and Pam decide to pay a Miss Sarah Morgan a visit at her office. All of her answers are to the effect of, I don't remember, whatever I said 12 years ago. And then you had a little note here.
Oh, I did have a note, but it was based off of my Anne note, and I kind of forget if that was even right because Anne was brought in for questioning, and I remember them saying like, that seemed a little bit like too rehearsed, kind of
Hmm.
interesting. And then Sarah um doesn't she's like, I don't remember anything. Um and so anyway, so that made me think, I was like, well, Anne had warning that she was going to get questioned, so maybe she thought about her answers ahead of time, or she's extra on edge and wants everything to be like perfectly in place because she's busy murdering everyone. So it could be either one.
I saw that second note and I was like, that's it. That's why we haven't seen Anne. She doesn't have time to be impersonating Sarah. She is being Sarah right now.
Yes, she's already done all of her training.
She's completed. Do you think the
Yeah,
spirit of Killie Millie went from Sarah to Anne?
it can't be in both of them.
Killie Millie is very powerful. She could be in both. Why not? Have
She's
hive
kind of,
mind.
yeah, she's kind of inhabited Bob too a little bit.
Yeah, splintering off. Okay. All right. So I have a timeline for us for Monday.
Okay, this is
I
when
like,
Stacy disappeared.
yeah. So Stacy disappears on Monday. I like went through, cross-referenced.
Wow.
Sarah tells the police on Monday she was at the office until nearly 6. Stacy, her text message to Bob is at 5. Okay. So she says she was at the office until nearly 6, went home, had dinner with Bob, in bed by 10. She says Bob showed up around 7:30. He picked up Summer from a friend's house and then he drove home shortly after 9. However, when we go back to Bob's perspective, when he shows up at quote 7:30, Sarah is coming out of the car with bags of groceries in her hand.
Wow, I never would have remembered that detail.
So,
Interesting.
so did she stop at the grocery store? Was she actually there until nearly 6? Like, where did the groceries come from?
Her Walmart delivery.
Yeah.
That's a good point. I don't know. So do you think Sarah could be behind Stacy's thing?
I could see it. Because I feel like what happened is that whatever happened to Stacy happened well before 5, probably at 12. They
Right.
bludgeon her on the head. She gets a little blood on the steering wheel. Then, with her busted up face, they open up her phone with the
Oh
face
my
thing.
gosh.
And then they have the text ready. They send it
Mm-hmm.
at 5, drop the body off wherever it is, leave the car.
Yeah, I could see that. We had said that in the first episode. I thought that was a good idea. Sarah's the one who
Yeah,
sent the message.
that's what I think. But it could also be Anne. I could see Anne doing that as well.
I know, they're kind of like the same person.
Well, yeah.
Okay, so why would they want to do this to Stacy?
Well, because if Sarah does it, it's because she's trying to get Bob either gone to electric chair or like divorced right tight so that he gets no
Right.
custody of Summer, and then she
Okay.
gets child support. Plus, there's a line somewhere where she could get, I think Bob's lawyer says she could get more than half of what you have at this rate with you acting like a lunatic.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
So it sounds like Bob has a good amount of like little gold coins that he's sitting on.
Yeah. Okay, and then what about Anne? Does she know that Bob is in on the murder too? Because that would make sense why she wants to just throw them all in jail. Bob and Sarah.
I could see Anne knowing that they were in on it and then wanting to get them to take them both out, not because she believes in justice, but because she wants to get all the gold coins by the end of
So
it. Like
so like
run the office.
um
I don't know how she would get
so
to the
getting rid
money.
of Sarah would do that.
I'm just imagining like she gets to run the office. She gets to be Sarah now.
I don't know. Maybe she like tells them that she knows everything and so they need to pay her off.
No,
But
they kill her.
I know, right? I wouldn't trust that. So you don't think Anne wants them to just die or like, go to jail for justice?
This
I
book
could see
tells
that.
me everyone here is a monster, but you think different.
I think for this one, I could see Anne being like, I'm, I've reached my full Sarah potential. I'm ready to do whatever it takes to throw these people in jail. I don't know.
Maybe Sarah's or maybe Anne is like working with all of these people who have been incarcerated, and then they've probably been working with people who've been incorrectly incarcerated. And she does make a comment somewhere where she's just like, I don't know how I would live with myself if I knew that Adam was innocent and he got electric chair.
hmm I mean,
Maybe.
I think it could make sense.
Hmm. Okay.
I don't know.
All right. So Hudson tells Sarah that retired Sheriff Stevens was murdered. Sarah is unfazed. This makes Pam believe that she knew about it ahead of time, either because she was tipped off or she was in on it.
This was a part where I was like, this did not seem suspicious to me because one, Pam said they told Sarah that Stevens died.
Yes.
And Pam's suspicious thing was She didn't ask how he died. And I was kind of under the impression that he was on his deathbed already. So I thought that was the least surprising thing. So I didn't see that being strange because she also had no reaction when she found out that he was strangled.
No.
So I don't know. That did not seem weird to me, but I do think Pam is onto something that Sarah perhaps was in on it. I think that's a good call.
Okay, do you think Pam is pointing the finger at Sarah because she's onto something or because Pam's actually in on it?
Oh, that's interesting. Oh yeah, what about Pam? What if she's in on all this? Why would Pam want to do any of it? We don't know anything about her.
We don't know anything about her except she made a very strange move to go from Florida to like West Virginia.
What if this is Eleanor's friend? She met while she was retired in Florida.
I mean,
And
it
she said,
could
"You got to
be.
bring justice to these people."
She said, I will. I will. I'll
Yeah,
do it by my own hands.
I know. Whatever it takes. I don't know.
Could she be
Could be
Kelly's
Pam.
sister?
Maybe. That could make sense because then no one would recognize her.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, Kelly's sister. That's my favorite Pam backstory right now.
Because at first I was like, well, is she from Kelly's hometown? Well, Kelly and her first husband were found in Wisconsin,
Mm-hmm.
I think. They were somewhere over there.
Yeah.
So not Florida, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything.
Right. Um, she appears to not know anything about the Summers case, but people can act.
If this book has taught us anything.
I know. Can't even trust their own thoughts.
Okay. Hud's day gets even worse as now another person is missing
Oh,
in the
right. It's
span
on the
of
same
like four
day.
days. This time it's Bob's barber Barbara. Just kidding.
Mm,
Cassandra. I wish it was Barbara.
that would have
Okay.
been fun.
Wouldn't that have been fun? Okay. Cassandra's salon is covered in blood and dark brown, almost black hair, which is believed to be Bob's. I said, could it be
Carissa.
Alejandro's? Oh, I thought it was Cassandra.
No, I had written down Carissa. Pretty sure it's Carissa.
All right. C.
Yeah,
Carissa,
Carissa.
Cassandra. All right, Carissa. Okay. So the hair is believed to be Bob's, but I was wondering if it was actually Alejandro's because he
Oh,
is described as
interesting.
having black hair as well.
Hmm. I don't think so. I think the murderer just left Bob's hair there.
That'd be
I
convenient,
mean,
wouldn't it?
right? Why
Yeah.
not?
Okay. Cassandra's appointment book is conveniently flipped open to my last appointment was Bob. For the
That note made me laugh so much. Everything is totally ransacked except her calendar.
Yeah.
This is Bob was here.
And Bob's DNA is everywhere.
Yeah. It was crazy. But yeah, so now there's two missing women, and Bob was the last one to see either of them.
Mm-hmm.
So bad day
Yes.
for Bob, too.
Bob, these men, they are not having any luck.
Tough
Okay.
days.
So that's what we have for Hudson and a bunch of other people. So what do you have, Chrissy?
As far as summaries go,
Yeah.
I think, honestly, yeah, I think that pretty much covered most people. So just a few extra things. So Bob first, he's kind of going on full insane mode, which kind of reminded me of Adam.
You're right.
Right? But this time it's a little bit different because he actually knows who Sarah is. And he's a little bit more equally matched for Sarah's villainy.
That,
So,
that's true.
I know. Okay, so Bob is crazy. So he's going insane and he's like, Sarah's behind all of this, which honestly, I would believe that too. So now he's on this mission to prove that Sarah's behind it. But what he doesn't see is Anne. but that's okay.
Sniper on the side. Pew,
I
pew.
know. Oh my gosh. So he has some missteps here, I think. His biggest misstep is that he's telling everybody everything, which if we've learned anything from Sarah's mastermind playbook is you don't let anyone know nothing.
Well, maybe he's like, if I go missing, it was Sarah.
That's true. That could, that could be a different strategy. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, because basically he's like, when he's getting questioned by the police, I forget how it comes up. Oh, he's like getting frazzled because all these women are disappearing and he was the last point of contact for any of them. And then
Oh
at
my
the end,
God.
he's like, well, I know Sarah's behind it. And they're like, what? And his lawyer was like, we gotta go. No more talking
Yes.
from you.
Okay, Bob saying that to the police is crazy. That's not when you do the tinfoil hat theory. Like you say that to your friends in private so that when you disappear, they all come independently and say, Bob did say this.
Yes. No, he wants everyone to know. Yeah. So he tells them that. And then he also, I feel like he reveals all of his cards to Sarah, which I thought that was strange. So they're having this one conversation where Sarah basically says, "The only way you can win is if I'm dead." And then he adds under his breath, "Or in prison." And she was like,
And that's what turns her into full Joker mode.
That's why I was like, "Are you sure you want to tell her that?" I don't know. So, okay, and the
Maybe,
other, oh yeah,
as I say, maybe he's thinking by like threatening her, he can kind of get her to make a
make
misstep.
a misstep. That's possible. But I don't know. Sarah just seems like she doesn't make any missteps.
I know.
And Bob seems very emotional. He was like yelling at her at the swim meet. I
Yes.
was like, Bob, this is not a good look for you.
I think we know for certain now that Sarah definitely stabbed Kelly 37 times.
I
Bob would not have been able to handle it.
think that's true. Oh, okay, I had a question with all these relationships. Why is Sarah even in a relationship? Why was she with Adam? Why is she with Bob? Why is she now crushing on Alejandro?
Okay, so with Bob in the very beginning, she says, I got married to Bob and I knew it wouldn't last. And I was like, that's an insane thing to say because why would you get married if you
Mm-hmm.
knew it wasn't going to last? Unless she wanted Bob's money.
Right. I think that's the best theory.
Yeah. So I think she married Bob because he was Summer's dad, but I think ultimately she wanted his money.
I could see that.
I could see her marrying Adam as like a, oh, we can have like a normal life, da 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 da. And then she was like, actually, you're a flop. Now I need to get rid of you.
Yeah, I could see that. I just feel like she was always crazy. If she killed her mom when she was like 15 or whatever,
15.
yeah, when she married Adam, she was already over the edge.
Why do you think she married Adam?
I don't really know. Is it for like a sense of stability or like an appearance of stability?
I could see it being the appearance, or maybe she thought he would make it big with the books because
Maybe.
he did like start off with a bang, and she's like, "All right, here we go, J.K.
Yeah,
Rowling, I'm gonna
I
make the
know.
billions," and then he just petered out, and then she had to get rid of
Yeah, it
him.
could be. Does she just get tired of people really easily?
She kind of seems like she's very devoted until you do one thing,
One thing. Yeah,
and then you must die.
I know.
Like,
Honestly,
oh my
Adam lasted a
God.
long time. He was pretty good.
Well, I mean, he's having that affair for 18 months. That's crazy.
Gosh.
And that's not his
Yeah.
first one. I
You
promise
think?
you. You don't have an 18th month affair on your wife and you didn't slip up a little bit along the way, I feel like. Same thing with like the
Maybe.
murder. You don't go from
That's
like
true.
Joe Schmo to 37 stabs.
That's true.
You know?
It's a good point. I think that was Adam's only affair, but it did last a long
Okay.
time.
All right. All
But
right.
we'll never know because he died.
We
So, okay. We are running short on time, so we must go. But the
Oh,
other
yes,
big thing
yes.
he reveals to Sarah that I didn't entirely understand is that he says that he took out this huge insurance policy. And so if she does anything, I didn't follow that. What was
So,
his insurance policy?
so that's probably in the last chapter because I don't remember it. But
Oh,
as a retired insurance agent, you can get a life insurance policy for on yourself or someone else, and then you can assign who the beneficiary is. So
okay.
he probably took out this fat life insurance policy on himself and made Sarah the beneficiary. Now he's telling everyone that he's like, Sarah wants to kill me. If she kills him, now she has probably a $5 million motive.
Oh,
And then,
okay.
regardless if she did it or not, they're going to start poking around. And I think the threat is
Hmm.
that with enough eyes on it, she might get caught.
Okay. I could see that. Okay. Because I was confused. I was like, well, if he's dead, he can't get any money. But yeah, that makes sense. So he's setting her up. Okay. I could see that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. One of the last things about um Bob and Sarah is that he tells lawyer Brad at the end that he has a smoking gun on Sarah. And Brad says, okay, tell me what it is. And Bob says, it's better if I show you. What's he going to show?
I thought that was insane. I was like, what is it?
I don't know. What is it? Because it does sound like he has more dirt on Sarah than just the Kelly Summers thing. I think that's why Sarah's so nervous.
Could he have could he have bugged the lake house and he has like
That's
video?
possible. He did track he started tracking Sarah's car
Yeah.
recently. He could, yeah, maybe he's been bugging the lake house for a while. Would Sarah know though? Does she know that he has
Well,
that dirt?
so what I not just a while, but I mean specifically for Kelly Summers' murder. He's like she's gonna murder him this day, so I set up like a
Oh.
hidden camera.
Oh, wow, that'd be sneaky.
And then that's like my kill switch.
That's definitely a kill switch.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Oh, I think that's good.
Yeah.
So does Sarah know that he has this?
No.
Okay,
No.
yeah, because he would be dead. He'd be super dead.
You'd be dead, dead, dead.
Okay, so Sarah just thinks he has the normal dirt on her, but he actually has super dirt on her.
Yeah, I think he has like the teddy bear with the nanny cam in it. And she never went to the lake house. And I feel like he could have just like snuck in,
Oh, uh-huh. Or Anne could have
you
done it.
know? Or Anne. Yeah. There
Okay.
Bob's actually Jamie. Just kidding.
Oh my gosh, everyone is
We've not
Jamie.
we've not met Jamie yet, and that makes me feel weird.
Jamie maybe is taking care of the kidnapped ladies.
Okay, so the
Oh,
kidnapped
Jamie's the
ladies.
killer. Oh, I bet it's Jamie.
Ooh, that would be interesting because we don't know
hmm
if Jamie's a man or a woman,
We don't.
but we do know that there are some clomping like combat boots going up and down the stairs and are upstairs, and the only people that have been referenced with boots is Hudson, Alejandro, and I would assume Scott would have work
I
boots as
think
well.
Bob too. They always talk about Bob clumping around.
He has, it's my Real Housewife reference that we're not going to get to, but he has these
No.
loafers,
Oh yeah, the
and they're like
cheap
five.
loafers.
The cheap loafers. They're actually like $1,000 loafers.
Did you know the brand from Housewives?
Yes, one of the housewives gifted it to her deadbeat boyfriend, and then he
Oh my
dumped her and
gosh.
started dating a different housewife, and then she was PO'd because he was still wearing the $1,000 slippers.
Oh my gosh. Ah, that's definitely Bob.
Yeah. Okay, but it could be Jamie. We don't know. We don't know anything about Jamie. Jamie could be a 6 foot, 6'5" man or woman,
Hmm.
woman with unusually large feet.
It'd be very convenient if he fit all these male descriptions.
Yeah, and we haven't met him yet.
Hmm. I
Okay.
I think it's Anne and Jamie behind all this,
Yeah,
trying
I
to
could see
frame
that.
Bob and Sarah.
Hmm.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. Okay.
Hmm. Let's see. Oh, yeah, we haven't specifically talked about the kidnapped ladies, but we know for sure now that the unknown voice was Stacy
Yep.
and what's her
The
name?
new one is
Carissa.
Carissa. Yeah.
Yeah, and Carissa has just gotten thrown in there. They're in two separate rooms, but they've been talking to each other through the door.
Oh, I thought they were in the same room. Okay.
They
Two
can't see
separate.
each other, I don't think. I think they're talking through the door.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. So they both believe it's a man, but they haven't seen this person. So it could be a woman with big boots.
right. Yeah. Who just delivers them food every so
Count
often.
Olaf boots
Yeah.
stomping around
Everyone's Count
upstairs.
Olaf.
Yeah. And then they hear a. Mm, I thought they were hearing a chain dragging on concrete upstairs, but now I'm realizing that's probably downstairs that she's hearing it.
I think they're chained. So
Yeah,
they're
they're
hearing the chain
chained.
in the other room. Yeah.
Yeah, so that would make sense. Okay. Um, so we have 4 minutes.
Okay, so what are any big details we've missed, or do we want to just go to theories of what's going on?
I had just a couple other crazy comments.
Okay, go for it.
Okay. One, Sarah and Anne meet up at a cute coffee place right across from their office, which is the
Hmm.
coffee place that Kelly Summers worked at.
I noticed that too. They have the same description. She says all this eclectic stuff, but it somehow works together.
Yeah. And I was like, oh my God, kill me. Next one.
How did Sarah not know? She didn't
That
seem
was
to.
the coffee shop?
Yeah, because she said, "Wow, what a cute place. I've never been here before."
No, she knew. She did go
Oh,
there.
she did?
Yeah. Because she interviewed Kelly's.
Well, I know she'd been there before, but I didn't think at this moment that she recognized it.
Oh, I was thinking that she is a
Planned
psycho
it.
about Kelly. Yeah. And she goes there all the time
She is a psycho about Kelly.
because we find out that. So, okay. Sarah is like, yeah, I named Summer after Kelly Summers as homage to Kelly and her unborn baby
Because Kelly set me free.
because Kelly set me free.
Crazy.
And Bob never put it together. So now I'm like, Bob's an
That
idiot.
was even crazier. I know. Bob, yeah, see, Bob, I'm like, what?
Yeah. Mm-mm. Nope. Okay. Yep, that's the pretty big thing. And then Sarah is probably filing a restraining order against Bob.
You think that's her next step, you think?
I think so. And then I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I could see that. We haven't talked about Alejandro. Alejandro and Sarah have been flirty.
Oh my gosh.
And
Yes, they
so,
kissed.
hmm they did kiss very briefly. So what do you think's going to happen there? Is she going to leave Bob for Alejandro? Is
She's
she
gonna
going
find out.
to hire Alejandro as her accomplice?
She's gonna find out Alejandro's her brother, and she's gonna be disgusted.
Oh my gosh, it's gonna be like Star
I'm
Wars.
I'm still on that is her brother.
I don't think so, personally, but you never know. They could be the only two people with green eyes.
You think Alejandro is Enzo's protege?
I do. He's just like Enzo. He's exactly like Enzo.
He
I think she
is.
hired him to both work on her deck and be her bodyguard and be a witness to Bob.
Oh, that's
All of Bob's
smart.
shenanigans. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's smart. You're right. That's exactly why she did that.
Yeah, she has someone who's very indebted to her. I wonder if she is squashing all of his employment options.
I could see
Because
that.
we were wondering, we're like, how has no one else had this issue getting a job? So now Sarah hires him and says, well, I'll give you something in the meantime.
Yeah.
She's already given him an apartment and a car, now a job. Oh, he's
Mm-hmm.
dependent on, maybe he'll be dependent on her. He'll want to protect her.
Yeah.
She could say, hey, I'm in a bind. Can you go kidnap these two ladies for me?
Ugh,
So he might, I'm thinking she's going to use Alejandro for her evil devices.
I could definitely see that. I was wondering even if the basement was underneath that lake house deck that he's fixing.
That would be crazy. Maybe. That's all this stomping they hear.
Yeah.
That'd be
All like the
wild.
commotion.
It would be her murder pad.
I mean, it would be the most convenient place for her to be able to do all of these things.
That's true. That's really interesting. I didn't think about that. So then that would mean Sarah is behind the kidnapping.
Yeah. But I really want it to be Anne.
I
So
know.
that's why I don't like that theory.
Gosh. I know. Okay, I feel like we need to talk about our theories.
Okay.
Do we have
We're
time?
at time. So one theory each, and I think we're done.
Oh gosh. Anne's still my favorite theory. I think I'm gonna stick with the Anne theory. Anne and her husband, fiance, boyfriend, Jamie, whoever he is.
It's a
They're in on
cat.
it together. It's a cat.
She's not married to
Ah.
anyone. She's just telling people.
Poor Anne. No, Anne is definitely in a relationship with a 6'5" guy who can carry off all these plans.
Yes.
Sarah's gonna find out that she couldn't even trust Anne in the end. And I think Anne's gonna get both Bob and Sarah thrown
Okay.
in jail. Maybe convicted for Kelly and the kidnappings. Because Sarah will get convicted for Kelly, and then Bob will get convicted for the kidnappings.
Yes.
What do you think?
I like that. I like that. I think that's probably the most likely. If I were to just throw out another theory just to be different, maybe Sarah and Bob have mutual destruction. And they like,
Mm,
by trying to outmaneuver one another, they both get caught.
I could see that. I know part of me is like, honestly, they are great together.
I know.
They're both so maniacal.
I know. And then it sounds like we haven't heard about anyone from Bob's family. No mother, brother dead, like no crazy mother-in-law, nothing like that.
That's true.
So
Yeah.
maybe if Sarah and Bob shoot each other, pew, pew, they're both gone. Anne takes Summer and the fortune. And that's
Oh
how
my
Anne.
gosh. That's how the book ends. She rides off into the
Well,
sunset.
right. And maybe what it is that Anne is just trying to get Bob and Sarah to eat each other.
Oh, yeah, she keeps doing all these things and making it look like they're doing it to each other.
Yeah.
That's a good thought. She's letting them destroy them each other. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
So
like
I could
that.
see her kidnapping both of these women and being like, I'm just going to keep you here for like a week. That's as long as it's going to take. And then I know Sarah and Bob are just going to like implode.
Yeah. I'll give you some deluxe gourmet deli sandwiches.
Yeah. And then somehow Anne gets in charge of Summer and she gets to run the fortune. Count Olaf.
Hmm.
She is Count Olaf.
Oh
The
my
Baudelaire
gosh.
fortune. Okay, that's my theory. Anne is Count Olaf and she wants
It's Count Olaf.
Baudelaire
That's a good one.
fortune. Yep.
Hmm. Okay, with Summer, there was one weird time where she's going on a play date with Courtney and Courtney's mom, and Sarah said, "I don't even remember that." And she said, "Okay, fine, you can
Oh.
go." And so she runs off to the car, and I was like, she should definitely go out there and make sure it's Courtney's mom. Anyway, she
Yeah.
doesn't. Summer comes back fine. Maybe it was Anne. Maybe they have a whole little Auntie Anne situation.
Oh.
But I don't,
I could
that seems
s-
suspicious that she would say, like, hey, pretend like I'm Courtney's mom.
I could see Summer also having the psychopath gene.
Mm, yeah,
I don't
that'd
know
be
what
interesting.
at the age of 9 that she's cooking up
I
that she wants to
know.
get rid of her
There's
mom.
gotta be something. Hmm.
Okay.
I could see that.
All right. Well, this is
Man,
some
this
good
is good.
stuff. So now we speed read the last little bit, and then hopefully we meet up tomorrow and
No,
crack this
discuss.
case.
I feel pretty good about our Anne theory.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel really good that it's Anne. I don't know how it all works out. But anyone that they say it is, I'm like, it's not them.
I know.
They're
So we've
off.
crossed out a lot of people at this point.
Yeah. Ah.
Yay. Well, I'm excited.
Yeah, this has been good. If you guys have made it this whole hour, please rate, review, subscribe. Please, please, please give us a 5 star on Spotify. Fill out our polls. And if you email us, let us know if you like the episode shorter or longer. That could
Oh,
really help
yeah.
us.
Let us know. Although
Yeah,
honestly, this episode's probably still over an hour, I think.
it is.
So let us know. Give
So
us
let us
feedback.
know. Yeah, and we'll just make it as long as we want. Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Bye. Love you.
Love you too. Bye.
Bye.